Hey guys, welcome to Muscles and Mascaras team call. It is Thursday, September 28th, and I am so excited. We have Helena on, and she is going to be talking about, I asked her to jump on and talk about really just diving into how she makes it all work. So she's a wife. She's a military wife, and her husband's deployed right now, and she's a family nurse practitioner, and she's got 2 kids, and your son had open heart surgery how many months ago? Like 5?
9 months ago,
So
like
9
right
months.
after he was born.
And so I have had the pleasure to meet you twice now. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I just, like, whenever I met you at Summit, I was so blown away. You didn't miss anything. You showed up even with baby on you. And I was just so impressed. And I just really, I think a lot of women struggle with just trying to find that time, especially as working moms or even like military moms. They just are like, well, I don't understand how you do it. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's got to talk, because you make it work. Like, you show up I see you on social media every single day, and you just do you. So I would like you just to kind of talk about your story, how you got started, and then just kind of dive into how you make it all work and how you schedule. Summer, turn that down, please. How you schedule like Beachbody along with your everyday life. So I am going to open it up to you, and you go for it, girl.
All right. Well, all right. So, hey, everybody. My name is Helena Rito, aka Laney Fit. That's kind of like my little tag name that I go by. And first, let me just say thank you, Heather, for asking me to speak tonight on your team call. It's an honor to have the opportunity to share my experiences with you. So as Heather stated, well, actually, so just so you kind of know, I am a lifetime diamond coach. I'm an Army wife, a mama of 2. I have a 9-month-old boy and a 5-year-old girl, and I am a nurse practitioner. My first Beachbody program was Insanity, which I totally ordered off Amazon, and one of the reasons why is because I didn't want to be a part of the scam. And then finally, I joined Beachbody September 2013 as a discount coach only because I had to have the shakes. I didn't really ever consider working the business until December 2014, which is when I began paying attention to my upline coach, which is Lori Stewart, because at that time she was having like major success. And then from there, as I stated, or as Heather stated, we are a military family. And during this time, a little before December 2014, when I really started working the business, we had moved from Arkansas to Alabama over that summer. And whenever we moved to Alabama, we were only going to be in Alabama for less than a year. And a lot of like clinics or practices didn't want to take on a provider who was only going to be there for less than a year. So various jobs fell through, and basically I was jobless. So I started collecting unemployment. So I went from working like 60 hours a week to basically like nothing. I felt like I wasn't contributing to my family and nor the community, you know. So then, not to mention, during that time that I was in Arkansas and I was working all of those hours, I started to gain weight, and it made me feel horrible. I wasn't happy, all of those things. So this allowed this move from Arkansas to Alabama. It was a much needed move, even though it challenged me. So anyways, this allowed me to spend a lot of time with myself and my family. There was a lot of work I had to do spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and I used Beachbody programs to do it. So in January 2015, I was all in. I believe I hit like SC5 each month. Then when Team Cup rolled around, I hit SC29. We then moved back to Austin because I'm originally from Texas, but we got stationed to Austin, to Fort Hood. And then I went to Summit in summer of 2015, was pumped up and fired up. But whenever I came back, reality struck. I started a new job and my Beachbody business started to slip. During this time, however, I never stopped sharing my personal journey on social media, from transforming my body with the programs and like Shakeology, to transforming my body when I became a fitness competitor, to overcoming trauma as a rape victim as a child, having a high-risk pregnancy, having a son who had open heart surgery right after his delivery. And then more recently, I've been sharing my postpartum, journey, the hot mess motherhood, being a working mama, and doing it all while my husband is deployed. Now, I don't share the husband being deployed a lot on social media. I think people who follow me kind of know that something's up, or the people who are close to me know, obviously. So with all that being said, I want to just go ahead and dive in. I really had to pray about exactly what I wanted to talk about this evening, because if you want me to be honest, I'm not this superstar diamond coach that answers all the Beachbody, or who knows, like all the Beachbody worlds. Yet I am successful in my personal life and my professional career, and thought I'd share with you more my journey of figuring out how you can make the business work for you rather than working for the business. And I think that that's big in our world of Beachbody, because I still haven't found a really good, I don't want to say mentor, because Lori's a great mentor, and but I mean, for someone who is truly full-time working, I don't know, Heather, do you know anybody who's really working it and smashing the biz too?
I think that you and Kayla need to hook up, because she's my diamond coach and she's a nurse practitioner. She has 2 kids in her home.
Oh.
So I think that you guys totally would rock it out. And she's kind of in a struggle at the moment because she feels like her business has slipped because her husband's away more now.
Wow, girl.
I know. I think that you guys would really help out. She works nights a lot. So she works for Health South. So she works, I want to say, is it a rehabilitation center?
Okay.
And so I think that you guys, that's why I was hoping that she'd be on the call tonight, but I think that you guys really would make a power couple. She's in the Northeast. She lives in Pennsylvania. But
yeah,
somebody that understands, I think, the piece of the nursing piece of it.
Yeah.
I'm constantly working. I wish I didn't have to do this job anymore, but I think she enjoys the nursing piece of it. She just doesn't enjoy
she wants more time and freedom.
Yeah, she wants more time and freedom. And then so she's got 2 little girls. One will be 3 on Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, I think that you guys should totally connect.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. That actually just gave me goosebumps. So, well, awesome. Yeah, Kayla, it's a note to you, girl. Hit me up. So, okay, so don't get me wrong. I would love to be a 15-star diamond. I'm sorry. I heard the kids on the monitor.
It's fine.
And have a super successful team. However, I also recognize my current season and my time will come. I have this all visioned out, girlfriend. So let me also say that you don't have to hate your job to be a successful Beachbody coach, and you don't have to necessarily be struggling to make ends meet to want to be successful in the business. Because I think that, I feel like some coaches attract people by saying, do you hate your job or something like that? Or, I paid off all my debt, which those are great things. But some people, for me, I don't necessarily hate my job. I love my job. But I do want more time and freedom. So you just have to have the want to be your best self and the desire to pay it forward. That's pretty much it. But I just want you to dream and imagine what you want your life to look like. What is it you want to be? What is it that you want to do? I know for me, I imagine myself with more time and more freedom, something that my profession doesn't really allow. Of course, if I can pay off my $200,000 worth of student loan debt, hey, I'm down for that too. But Beachbody gives me a larger platform to empower women. It allows me to share my life experiences to inspire, spread hope, and provide healing. So one of the biggest things that I've struggled with throughout my Beachbody career or whatever, or my journey, I should say, is I want to encourage you to put your blinders on. And, you know, we hear that a lot, but I want you to focus on you and how you would present this opportunity if it was a school assignment or a work presentation. You may look at previous people's work you've done or who've done it before, but what you'll do is you'll take those pieces and you'll tweak it and you'll make it your own, and it'll, you know, it'll represent you. It'll represent your style, your influence, your humor, your creativity. And this is where I was falling short, right? For the longest, I had been looking at how everyone else was doing something until recently, like literally just like, I think at Summit, it just hit me to my core, and it was just like, Helena, you just need to be you. Like your family, your friends, your patients, people love you for you. And once I realized that, there was so much freedom in that. And so I guess I would say, quit trying to do what others are doing and do it the way that you would do it. So I also want you to think, how can you represent the business and products you love in a way that's true to you? Figure out why you love this business, and then present each reason with your uniqueness. So I'm going to give you an example. Like, I have been really trying to figure out how I can get people to really sign up to work the business. I have a couple coaches under me, but I only have one personally sponsored coach who actually wants to be a coach. And I mean, this is like her dream, right? But I don't have anybody, not one person other than her that really wants to work it. Everybody that I know, or everybody that like gravitates towards me, are working mamas, or working women. So it's hard for them to see the dream in this. And so my goal next year is to have more personally sponsored coaches, even if they're discount coaches, just come to Summit with me so that they can just blow their mind. But I'll share something with you. So some of the pictures of, you know, like the team pictures of, like, say, for example, Melanie Mitro, or, you know, like Jatana, like she had some cute pictures of the girls on the beach. I was going to take those pictures. I was going to ask first, but I was going to take those pictures and maybe blur out the people's faces or something, and just be like, this could be you, or this could be us, but you're over there, ... you know, kind of make it a meme, because that's the kind of person that I am. Like, I'm funny and I'm goofy, and that's how I talk to people, right? And so I was like, I could totally do that, you know? So I guess what I'm trying to say is, here now, I'm talking about it. Now I need to do the actual work to put the action together and do it. And then I was thinking about how I wanted to host, you know, like my little, like webinar or something, Zoom call for interested people. Because I said that, you know, I'm totally going to make it funny and goofy, but still like intelligent or smart, or I don't know. I'm still trying to work it out. But, and so anyways, something that I learned too is that even if you show up and no one else shows up, you know, there's crickets, right? Or no one likes your post. Keep doing it, because the people are watching. Like, I have people like, one of my coaches just signed up. She's been watching me for like the last 2 years. And like most of my people who have recently signed up, another coach too just signed up last Thursday. He remembers me from like 3 years ago, whenever we lived in Alabama and I presented the opportunity to her. So it's like these people are just now starting to come around, and it's like they're watching. They're trying to see whether or not you're going to give up, you know? So be brave, ladies. Consistency, failing forward, doing the vital behaviors, and really just being you. Authentically, 100% genuine you. Also, I wanted to just kind of say this. I want to leave you, I want you to think about Beachbody, because to me, being a healthcare professional, Beachbody is truly cutting edge. Like whenever I was at Summit and I saw all of the things that are about to happen for Beachbody, like with the fitness programs for families, with the nutritional supplements for kids, with the, I mean, even just with Shakeology, with the Netflix, oh my gosh, with the Netflix for fitness, that was probably the smartest thing that they could have done. As a healthcare professional who sees multiple chronic disease, okay, every single day, I would much rather prescribe a fitness program, a shake, an easy, like container system that people can follow. There's no other company ready and willing to take on obesity, particularly childhood obesity, like Beachbody. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but our generation of kids who are growing up now, their life expectancy is supposed to be shorter than ours. So our children are expected to die before us because of the chronic disease. And so I just feel like I feel very empowered partnering up with Beachbody. So it is truly like a legit company to be a part of, and all of the things that they're doing to like fix the fees and, you know, whatever other stuff that they had to tweak to make it more user friendly and just be more, I guess, like customer friendly. I think that it's gonna, honestly, if I could buy stock in Beachbody, I would. Like, I would 100% do it. I don't know. And I Googled, actually, whenever we were at Summit, I looked up, like, Beachbody stock, and I didn't see where it was available. Do you know anything about that, Heather? You're muted. Do I switch you? Hold on.
I have no idea. I'm wondering if it's just corporate that can do it.
Yeah, I would, like, because if I'm not mistaken, either 1/3 of our children are like obese. If it's not 2/3, I think it's 2/3 that America is obese, but 1/3 of our children are obese, and type 2 diabetes is just running rampant. So those are just my takeaways. And how I do this business, honestly, the feeling is I feel, and I might even cry, because I do really want this. Like, I want this so bad. I can see myself with a team. I can see us at a retreat. I mean, like, I see us at a retreat next summer on Lake Travis, to be honest with you. If I can just get a couple more coaches who really want to work it. But I can see myself doing really great things with Beachbody. And this business, you even see, Heather, like, it doesn't discriminate at all. It's all about the work you do. And I know that once I truly put in the work, I'm going to be unstoppable. That girl is on fire. No, but that can be all of us, right? That can be all of us. But, so what I was going to say is that I typically feel like I'm in the ocean and the water is like right here, and I just have my like life preserver just kind of holding me up. So I don't have any special way that I share my business, or like that I work my business. I try to do my power hour every day, no matter what. I try my best to, post on social media, on one of my platforms at least. And I always try to be real in my journey and in my struggles. And then, there was one thing, making personal connections in real life. Like, social media is not my biggest forte. I don't mind. I can post on social media all day, but really, like, reaching out on social media is kind of difficult for me unless I really know you. But I could go up to anybody and talk to anybody. I could go up to a stranger on the street and I could talk about just I could talk about something and then somehow it leads into fitness or health or something. And then I'm like, hey, so this and that. And, before you know it, I'm like, hey, okay, so go ahead and friend me on Facebook and then we can chat, send me a personal message. I probably shouldn't repeat this, but I mean, I've even like recruited some of my patients. So you just never know, like people are everywhere and everybody wants help. Like everybody, they want a partnership, they want support, they want companionship. And, so just building those relationships where you would least expect it.
As far as when on a day that you are working, like when do you do your power hour and where are you, like, do the kids go to school? Like, how do you structure that? How do you work your business with?
Okay. All right. So I work Wednesday, Fridays, Saturday, and Sunday. So like Wednesdays and Fridays, I work 8:30 to 1:30, and then Saturdays and Sundays, I hardly work on Beachbody. And that's probably a big downfall because that's when a lot of people return my messages and stuff. But on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I don't work it until between the time that I leave work and pick up Mariah. And then once they go to sleep, then I try and stay up like another hour and a half. Sometimes I'm in my bed, with the babies and they're asleep all snuggled up to me, but then I have my phone in front of my face responding. And a lot of times I'll find that my phone is hitting me in my face because I'm falling asleep. But other than that, I mean, it's, I try to fit it in wherever I can. And I wish that I was a lot more structured. I know that when my husband comes back, we will have a way better schedule. And I will say this, like, I've been in this since whenever I started, right? But honestly, I haven't really, truly, honest to God, wanted this until right before Summit. Like right before Summit this year, they say that everybody's journey is different and sometimes it just hits you. Like some people just start and they're like, yes, I'm ready to do this. But for me, it took how many years? Like 4 years. Like I signed up September 2013. I didn't even want to start working the business until like December 2014. I didn't start doing anything until January 2015. And I'm just now like now I know like what I want to do with this business. And sometimes you don't know what you want to do, but I never gave it up because I knew that God like aligned me with it for some reason. I just didn't know what reason yet. And so once you find that reason, it's like, oh, it's good. Mm-hmm. Like I feel it in my bones. So yeah.
I think, I know Anello works and it's one of those things that, and I think a lot of my moms do work. They're not all stay-at-home moms. And I think the biggest thing is, well, how am I going to work? How am I going to work it? And when I've got kids and when I have, they're coming home and I always tell them, if you want it bad enough, you'll figure out a way. And if that's 15 minutes in the morning that you send out 5 messages and 15 minutes during your lunch and 15 minutes after work, you always find a way. And for me, I don't know how much more simple I can get because, with this coaching opportunity that we have going on tomorrow, I mean, I have scripts that I've sent them and I'm like, copy and paste a script, don't think about it, and just send.
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of my coaches will have a fear of inviting and a fear of approaching. And I try really hard because I used to be that way. And now I'm like, what's the worst that somebody can say? It's no.
Mm-hmm.
And so this coaching opportunity script is just very simple. It's very chilled out. And I was like, don't think about it. There's a couple different scripts if we've talked to somebody before, or if they're a true cold market. And I'm like, don't think about it and just send it out and just see the response you get. But it's also for me like the go for no that Lori did.
Mm-hmm.
There was a script that we sent out, and I think I'm going to do this next month with my team. But it's a script where the worst that they can say is no.
Right.
But you don't know, and somebody might be watching you.
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to know unless you reach out to them. And so I think for me, like as a from your perspective, as a healthcare professional and as a working mom, Casey's on. She's a family nurse practitioner as well. And she has come from like, I don't even, like she's been with me for 2 years and like seriously is working her way to diamond.
Awesome.
But I want to say, she doesn't post a lot on social media, and hers is more face-to-face presence as well.
Okay.
Her husband is on this journey with her, and she's had a huge like weight loss journey. But so it doesn't have to be social media, and I try to tell people that because a lot of people have had success without social media.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's how bad you really want it, no matter if you're working, if you've got kids, if you're a stay-at-home mom with kids, if you're a military mom, you just have to break it down to that. I always say break it down and do at least your power hour every day and you'll be okay. But coming from a working mom of 2 kids, you get it in. It might be 15 minutes in the morning for you. It might be late at night when the kids are in bed. But you make it work.
Right. And I'll say this, if for some reason I miss my power hour one day, then I add that hour to the next day, like I add, and sometimes, we have to do it. Now, also something that Lori told, says is that, or what other people remind us of is that there's going to be things that we just need to say no to. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I've also started working on is that, I don't know, going to lunch with somebody, we could look at it as a connection, that, hey, maybe this person, may want to join me in my journey. But if I know for sure that this person isn't going to join me in my journey and they're not really like my legit best friend, then we're just going to have to wait, So just saying no to things that, that's not going to help move us forward,
And it is hard. I think that is hard because we always want to say yes, especially
right.
as moms. And there's sacrifices that you might have to make. It might mean, no, you can't go out to dinner with, that group of people that night. Because you have a call or a beach body event, or you can't go to lunch because that's the only time that you're going to be able to send out invites. And I think that people look at that and like, well, maybe I'll just do my power hour later. Well, yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but if you really do want this business, you have to put in the work.
Right.
And I mean, I'll sit here and be the first one to say I put in work every single day, and I could totally do more. And that's what, being back here, I can totally focus more because now the kids are in school, and that's, this is my full-time job. And now I'm learning how to structure my day with it.
Right.
But yeah, when I was in Saudi, it was like, I had to figure out when I could work, when the states were up, and when, I wasn't sleeping. And so it's a struggle for everybody. And that's the big thing I want to tell everybody. It is a struggle for everybody, no matter if you're working or not. And some people don't have the support of their husbands either. That, they think they're just on this crazy, MLM. But if you have the support, whether you have the support or not, you've got the support of millions of other women and men that are in this business, and they know the true meaning behind it.
Right.
And it truly is. And I think, you can totally agree with me on this. It truly is about making connections and being confident in the product and being confident in your journey. Because once somebody sees that confidence and I guess the pride that you have, it
Mm-hmm.
comes off a lot easier and with heart as opposed to pushing and selling.
Right, right. And the passion,
Yeah.
the passion. And that's where, whenever I get the goosebumps, it's like, oh, sister, I know I'm supposed to be doing this. So, and it's gonna be hard. If it wasn't hard, then everyone would be successful in it, and it would be a get rich quick scheme, and all of that. But it's hard. It's hard work, period. But that's in. That you want to do.
Yeah.
And I will say this, Beachbody is basically supplementing. So whenever I had my son, I was full-time. I worked full-time up until literally like 2 days before I delivered. And then whenever I came back, 3 or 4 months later, I dropped down to part-time. And Beachbody is covering that gap basically. So, and that was my first like big achievement that I wanted to work on in my business. And now that I've achieved it, now it's like, okay, we got to keep it up and we got to do more, so that hopefully I can go like CPT, which is like only working a couple days a schedule.
Yeah, I think you guys have to really, if you got the goals that you have, you need to write them down and you need to keep them visual. I think that's a big thing. And I think your why might change. Like my why now is I want my husband home with me.
Yeah.
You want your husband home. I want my husband home with me. Being in Saudi Arabia is not fun. And,
right.
He's going to be gone till Thanksgiving and he has 4 days home and then he leaves again. So, my why has completely changed. It's not just making this extra income on the side now. It's I want him here with me and I want to be working full time here with him. So your why is always important, and you always have to remember, like when you have those tough times, why you are in it in the first place.
Yeah.
Well,
So what is her name? Casey or Kayla?
So Casey's on the call. She's an NP, and Kayla is a nurse. Kayla Winkler.
Okay. Yeah.
If you go in our rock stars group, the Fantabulous Rock Stars group, she's in there.
Okay.
But she's in the Northeast, and Casey is in Texas. So, but yeah, they're both. It's so funny. I attract healthcare professionals because I recruited healthcare professionals for like 10 years.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know why. I always seem to attract nurses and like medical assistants, and I've attracted a few physicians, but I don't know. That's my background is nutrition psychology. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Passion for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, well, if you could give five tips, your top 5 tips as a working mom to be successful in this business, what would your tips be?
Be honest. And when I say that, I mean like be honest with yourself, be honest with your family, and be honest with the people that you are reaching out to. Be honest with yourself that it is going to take hard work, right? Be honest with your family that, please, give me this amount of time, and I promise you that, this time I will only dedicate this amount of time to my business, and then the rest I'll dedicate to my family, and then being honest with your clients, like, again, it's going to take hard work. And if you want to see results just as bad as I want you to see results, you're going to have to do the work, and not ever trying to pull the wool over their eyes and, offer them, quick results, but just being honest with the process. And then 5 tips, right? Be authentic, be you. Time management or actually scheduling time for the business. Even if you don't stick to the schedule, at least you have a plan and you can move things around constantly. Oh, set timers. Oh my gosh. If that's not a big, huge one, is setting timers, because I mean, I'll either be on a call or I'll work on one thing, and then before I know it, it's like an hour later and I'm like, holy crap. And then, how many tips was that?
That's 3. Where does personal development fall for you?
Personal development. So listen to this. So I finally got a hold of Audible. 1 second. Hold on, baby. I'm almost done. Mariah, hold on. Hold on. Okay, good job. Thank you for feeding him. Okay. So, personal development. So, I have been struggling in this area, and actually Danielle kind of ripped me up on our diamond call like a couple weeks ago, and she was like, "Helena, what are you reading?" And I was totally going to read this one by Joyce Meyer. It's like Battlefield of the Mind, the one that Lori posted the schedule for. I really want to read that. But me and Carrie are doing a Grace Not Perfection workshop. And so I finally downloaded Audible after fighting with it on my phone forever. And then I got on the computer and I've already read listened to the whole entire book. So my biggest tip is Audible. Like, get you some Audible in your life because it will change your life completely. Before that, I was listening to a lot of YouTube videos, and there's one YouTube video in particular that I absolutely love, and I can post it in your team page because I don't know like what y'all's background is, but I need my Les Brown and E.T. Eric Thomas, those 2 motivational speakers speak to me. Like, they speak to my heart. And it's probably because they're kind of hood. Well, not Les Brown, but E.T. is kind of hood, and I'm kind of from the hood. So I just need something like, get your crap together. No one is going to do the work for you. You've got to do the work. You say that you want to be successful, but are you doing the work?
Gary Vaynerchuk, he just tells it how it is.
Yeah. So, anyway, so YouTube is an awesome area to get personal development too. And then what else? Showing up, just showing up every day. I mean, even if it's posting a picture of your baby, like today, I didn't post anything major except I just shared a picture of Mariah. And that was it. And that's okay. Like, not every day has to be about the business. You'll see a lot of successful coaches, they will make every day's post tie into the business. My followers or my following, they don't, if I were to do that, I know that my people who follow me wouldn't follow me and they wouldn't like as much stuff. Right. So if I can like do a lot of my family or a lot of like just stuff and then weave in Beachbody here and there, that's what attracts my audience.
You have to find what attracts your audience. Like,
right.
Audience loves having recipes. They love food. They know that, I'm a gluten-free person. They like seeing stuff about my family.
Yeah.
They like seeing travel. They know I travel. So you have to find your 5 things and just kind of run with it sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I just want to say thank you. I think just speaking and hearing from somebody that has everything on her plate and still works the business, and just meeting you in person. And you guys, she drove up from Austin to come to Super Sunday this past week, and she was there with her children at Summit and came to all the events with her little boy on her. So you guys, she makes no excuses. And I just wanted to have somebody that came on that is working a full, you work and you've got kids and you still make this business work. And even though it took you a few years in the beginning to say, hey, this business is for me. It's all about when the time is right for you. So you don't have to make it, it's just like yes, I was all in from day one, but no, you were not all in from day one. And that is okay.
Right.
And Casey, over the past 2 years, you've grown. Anella, your journey has been, you've been growing. So, and Ashley, it's just everybody's journey is different. And,
right.
I almost quit the business back in November, and I would have been stupid to do so. So it's just one of those things where you're going to have ups and downs, and you're going to have you're going to wonder why sometimes, but I think anybody and everybody can do it. It's just a matter of what you're going to do to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you guys, I will have this call totally recorded. It'll be on our page. And do not forget, tomorrow night, and Laney, don't forget, but tomorrow night we have our Cocktails and Conversation coaching sneak peek at 8, 9 Central. There's 5 coaches going live. We're going to attempt a Zoom live webinar. So hopefully that works. But anybody that you know that would be interested in the coaching opportunity, if you need the link at all to the Cocktails and Conversations events, if you need scripts to send out, you guys just send them and don't think about it. You'll be surprised at who says yes. So don't forget, jump on. I'll have a mocktail. I probably won't be having a cocktail, but I'll have a mocktail. And I've got to go over, I got objections, so I'm going to be going over objections tomorrow. But it'll be nice to hear from a newer coach to somebody that was diamond and is getting back there. So Carrie, and then myself, we've got a 3-star diamond on Lauren Wendell, and then we've got Lori Stewart, who is our superstar 15-star diamond. So it'll be nice to hear from a little bit of everybody. But if you guys have questions, let me know. And next week, we are actually in Laney. If you want, you're more than welcome to jump on. Laura Wendell and myself are going to team up. I'm going to have Carrie Eads. She's going to do a whole Instagram training for us next week. So for our team, I asked her to get on. You guys, she has completely grown her business on Instagram over the past 7 months, and I follow her because I love watching her. And I think the tips and tricks that she will have for us will help tremendously with Instagram stories and Instagram and hashtags. So she does not, her platform is only Instagram. So, she, like I said, she's been growing her whole following on Instagram. So, I wanted to have her over and have her completely do a training for us. So I thought that would be good. And then just to kind of give you guys a heads up of what's going on with the October training. Monday, we are going to start with a week called Ground Zero. We will go over the basics for anybody new or anybody that needs a refresher on back office, the trainings, what your why is, social media platforms, the complete basics. That week will be completely free. And then the following Monday, we will dive into our paid training for the pot. So we wanted to start off with a basics just to kind of get everybody geared up if they're a newer coach or if they have no idea what they're doing and they just need a refresher. So a lot of people get confused with the back office. If you don't feel that you'll need that, then you are good to go next week. If you want to jump in, you think you're going to get some tips, you guys are more than happy to jump in. We will make sure that event is completely open for everybody. So just wanted to get you guys geared up for that. And I know all of you on the phone, all of you guys on here, you guys are rock stars. You guys show up. I hear from you guys. And just have some faith in yourself. If I can say anything, you have to have faith in yourself that you can do this, and you have to put that fear aside because sometimes we kind of let that little thing called fear get in the way of moving forward in our business. And that little piece of fear of people saying no, I take it as it's just not right now. It's not a no forever, but it's just a no for right now. And you continuously follow up with them and you fill them with free information on your Facebook page, on your Instagram, wherever it may be, and they will come back eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So, does anybody have any questions for Laney? No? No questions?
Hey, let's take a picture.
Oh, yes. Summer, can I have my camera just take a picture really fast? And I'll give it right back. Come on. She's got my phone. Please hold.
I know.
You want to come on? You want to come on? Ashley, get on video so your face can be on there, girl. Because I know you're on there. So if you want to be on, you got to click the video.
I do.
Oh, no, I do. Hold on. Ashley, I'm giving you one more shot. You see Ashley just sitting here. You going to smile? Okay. Hold on. Let me take I have my light. Ready? 1, 2, cheese. Okay, so now I will post that I'll post it in my team page too.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
All right, guys. Well, she said, sorry, it won't work. No problem. I mean, you're on there anyways. This is Ashley's iPhone, so. I appreciate you so much jumping on, Laney, and I'm always here if you need anything. You know that, girl. So, Casey, thank you for jumping on, and Nella and Ashley, thank you guys for jumping on, and I will get this recorded I'll get it recorded and posted to the team page tonight. Okay.
All right, bye guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for having me.